So have you just got Eafc 24 for the first time and you don't know where to start with tactics? Or have you had the Ultimate Edition for a while now and you're still stuck? I've been in both of them scenarios and this formation has changed everything for me. I'm about to talk you through everything you need to know about this formation, so make sure you don't just copy down the tactics and move on. Watch the whole video because you're going to learn a few things. But first, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so with that notification bell on and drop a like while you're down there. The formation we're talking about is the 4-2-1-3, a new formation in Eafc 24 that's like an improved version of my favorite formation, the 4-3-3-4, or a more aggressive version of the 4-2-3-1. Let's start off with the tactics. The tactics are really basic. Defense style, we're sticking with balance. It's still very early in the game, so let's just play it safe, stay with balance. Width, we're going to bring that down to 40. Depth, leave that on 50, it works out really well. Down to build up play, leave that on balanced. Chance creation, direct pass. Once again, it is the best way to play. I did think it would be forward runs and long ball just based on what I've known from this game, but direct pass works once again the best. We're going to bring up the width a little bit up to 55. Players in the box, we're going to have that at 6. I find that 6 works best really across the board in this game. And corners and free kicks, we always have that on at 1. Now let's move over to the player instructions. Your left and right back on stay back while attacking and overlap. Your left and right back will want to get forward anyway in this game, regardless of having them set to stay back while attacking. So if they're going to get forward anyway, we might as well have them on an overlap, so at least they're making the right runs. And if they're going to get forward anyway, we might as well use them in the right way. This right here is a move you need to get used to using. Holding LB or L1 while passing is going to make your left back go on a run. This is really important for this formation. We want to use the CDM to make a 1-2 pass. We can pass it instantly back to the left or right back, but we want to pass it up to the right winger to hold off the ball for a second. Let our fullback finish off that run and then you release that pass. If we let this play out here, you can see it works out really well. This is something you need to get used to with this formation. I get a lot of messages from you guys saying I'm playing with people with constant pressure. How do I deal with that? This will expose their defense completely. While we talk about defenders, I want to talk about this feature. As you can see here, we have this blue outline around the triangle above the player's head. That is me double pressing RB. And what that is going to do is tell 2 of my defenders to stay close to an opponent. As you can see here, I double press it and it slows down the play completely. My opponent has no one to pass the ball to and he has to second guess himself. And it allows me just to recompose myself and give me another opportunity to win back the ball. Now it is very important not to overuse this feature. As you can see here, I double press RB or R1 and all of a sudden there is all of this space in the box. So it's very important you learn when to start using it and when to cancel it. Moving on to the CDM, stay back while attacking, cut off pass lanes and cover center. Let's keep in mind what we just said about the fullback, about that LB, L1 pass. We can do that as well with the CDM and the winger. Make a 1-2 pass, expose their defense, you have another man forward. That is how we want to trigger these runs. I hear all the time my formations are very defensive because I have stay back while attacking or come back while attacking on a lot of my players. That's basically because I want to trigger the runs myself. You cannot tell a player to stay back in game, but you can tell them to get forward using LB or L1 in game. This is something I really want you guys to practice if you're not already using it. Don't use it all the time. You do want players back. You don't want to use this with every single player, but you really want to practice them 1-2 passes, especially with the CDM and the fullback. The more you use it, the more you realize how good you can become. So just keep on practicing triggering them runs with your LB or L1. With your left and right mid, you want them to cut inside and come back on defense. Now that you know about the LB L1 pass, there is no need to have any of your players on get in behind because now you know how to trigger them runs to get them to get in behind. And this is going to add a whole new element to your gameplay. Another feature I want you to get used to using is holding LB and RB or L1 and R1 while making a through ball. So right here, I catch this guy out completely by surprise by making that LB, RB, L1, R1 pass straight through his defense where he's not expecting it to go. And that's a new way to get around the defenders and find a new way to find your wingers using them LB, RB, L1, R1 through ball passes. For the cam, you want to leave him on default. I used Berbatov in this position because I found the cam was getting forward way more than the striker was and getting into better positions, so I put a striker there and it worked out really well for me. Then striker, stay central, stay forward, and I have mine set to get in behind. I do that because the fullback and the wingers are so important in this formation. You want your striker in the box ready for them crosses, and that's everything you need to know. Remember to let me know in the comments if you use this formation and let me know what you thought.